everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing the answering your assumptions video. I know this video is really old, or like relatively old. I just thought I would try it out. You know, I've actually had a couple requests to do this, so I thought it would be really fun. Obviously you've probably seen loads of people do this video already, but I asked you guys, I did like a little post on YouTube asking to assume stuff about me. When I first saw this video like circulating, I was kind of like, I don't know if that's like a positive video, because like encouraging people to like assume negative things about people probably isn't the best, especially when you only know somebody like through the internet or like through YouTube or something like that. You don't really get to see their whole life, so you kind of like assume stuff just to fill in the blank. I thought it would be really interesting just to see like what you guys assume. So I asked for these on the YouTube thing, so it wasn't anonymous or like even like private, just between us, like everybody can see this. And I thought that would mean that people really like didn't go in and just were like casual about it, or I don't know, I thought people would be a bit more like nothing too crazy. But honestly, some of these are a bit harsh, guys. Like I was like reading them like, oh my god. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna just go through the top ones like with the most thumbs up and everything. I have had like a little scroll through already just because I want to make sure that I do all the interesting ones. Yeah, hopefully you get to like learn something about me in this video. I'm not taking this too seriously or anything to heart. It's just a chill video. I'm not like, it's just chill basically. Also, you should follow me on Instagram if you want to. It's the same username as here. It's summer now, so I've just been like posting a bit more on there, so if you want to check it out, you should. Yeah, okay, right, let's go. First one. You have rich parents who pay for your tuition. This has 5 thumbs up, which is the most thumbs up any of them have, and there are also so many. Like if I just scroll through saying you're rich, your parents pay for your tuition, you're wealthy, all of that sort of thing. So let's do this one. So I was thinking so much about this one. Every person that I have watched do this video, like answering assumptions, has got this assumption that they're rich, and everybody answers, no, I'm not rich, you know, like all of this stuff. And I just kind of want to think about it. I feel like nobody, maybe apart from like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian, no one really thinks that they're rich. I think no matter how much you have in terms of money or like possessions or whatever, it's really easy just to compare yourself to the people around you and think, oh well, that person has more than me, so therefore I'm not rich, you know. Like I don't know, I just feel like no matter how much you have, there are always people around you that have more in terms of just money and like material things. And I feel like that kind of makes you feel like you're not, and it makes you feel like you don't have as much, when in reality like we're all very lucky even just to have like a device to watch this video on. When I was reading these, I was kind of like, I don't really know how to answer this, because my first instinct was to be like, no, I'm not rich. Like of course I'm not rich, I don't think I'm rich. But then who really does, you know? You probably have people in your life who you know think are rich, but do they think they're rich? Like probably not. Maybe someone thinks I'm rich, maybe somebody else thinks that that person's rich, you know, like it's all just like a big thing of like comparing yourself to the other people, which is something that you shouldn't do. Find it kind of hard to answer this one because I just don't know what is rich defined as. Like I don't really know. So just a brief answer. I'm very lucky. I've had a privileged upbringing. I never had to worry about money. I live in a good city with lots of opportunities. My parents were definitely, you know, they gave me a lot in terms of opportunities. They're kind of people like they would do anything for me, and I definitely am very grateful and appreciative of that. I don't want it to come across like I'm not. I feel like I have had like a really lucky life. I wouldn't say, I guess again nobody would say this, but I really am not spoiled. If I want something that I don't need, like clothes or eating out or makeup or I don't know, something like that, like going to Thorpe Park, something, I would pay for that myself out of my own money. I've had a job since I was old enough to have a job. I worked all through 6th form, through my A-levels. Like I've worked quite a lot and earned money for myself to buy the things that I don't need. Like last summer I went on 2 holidays that I paid for myself. This summer I'm going on 3 holidays that I'm paying for myself. Yeah, I just feel like things like that, like I do earn my own money. Obviously I do YouTube, but I don't make like any money on here, so like I have, you know, a more normal like job for a teenager, and you know it takes a lot of hours to like work up a decent amount of money, so I definitely like work for everything that I kind of have. With that being said, I am extremely lucky to not have to worry about the necessities and, you know, things like that. Like I never had to worry about that, and I'm very privileged in that way. I think that's everything. I really don't want to ramble on. I know that I've already said so much about this question, but I just felt like it needed saying a bit. And also in terms of my parents paying for my tuition, that's not true. I have a tuition loan and a maintenance loan, so they're debts that I will have to pay off when I start working full time. So no, my parents don't pay for my tuition. But like, no shade if your parents do. Like, I feel like it's kind of being said in like, you have rich parents, they pay for your tuition, like it's like a negative thing. Like, I don't think that it is. If I was, you know, had an amazing job and I worked really hard and I had kids who wanted to go to university and I had the means to pay for that for them, like I would love to do that for them. I don't think that that's like a negative thing. So yeah, I've been filming for 8 minutes and I only answered one, so let's move on. Used to be the quiet girl in school. I don't know about this one. I feel like probably more so like when I was younger, like maybe year 7 to like year 9, maybe year 10. I was like more of a quiet person, and then I feel like I'm not really like that anymore as I got older. I wouldn't say I was like the quiet girl, like definitely more like kept myself to myself, but I wouldn't like say I was like super quiet. Used to be more self-conscious, but you've grown to love yourself and how your face and body look. I'm definitely self-conscious now. I think everybody is, especially when you see somebody only on the internet. It's really easy to just be like, oh, they're really confident, like they post pictures like all the time, like they must like how they look, all that sort of thing. But I definitely have insecurities. Yeah, I probably am less insecure now than I used to be. That's something I've been working on, so proud of myself for that one. You're super smart and always studies, gets A stars. I do not always study. I'm actually a bit like lazy at the moment. This year at university, I definitely haven't been like the most motivated and definitely haven't been getting the highest grades, so that's wrong. So this one says you're half Spanish. I also had one say that I was French. People assume that I'm mixed race. Someone said I'm not 100% British. This is something I get questions about all the time. Like, this is always a comment. Of the last like few videos, I've had FAQs in the description, and it's one of them. Like, I've already answered this, I guess, but I am half Indian, 3/8 English and 1/8 Scottish. But I normally just say like half Indian, half English. That's the answer, I guess. I'm not Spanish or like any like European thing. I do get a lot that like I look that way, which I kind of like. I think that that's cool, but I'm not. I wish I could speak Spanish, but I can't. Somebody also said that I'm not 100% British, and that really made me think, because I was like, I mean, am I? Like, I definitely think of myself as 100% British. Isn't British like you can choose if you're British or not? I don't know. I just am British. I don't know. I feel like 100% British. I've lived here my whole life. Both my parents have lived here their whole lives. I don't know, like, I'd definitely say I feel 100% British, but it's not like I'm like dismissing my ethnicity. I just feel like this is where I'm from and that's like my heritage. I don't know. Your parents don't know about your YouTube channel. That's true. I'm just a really awkward person and I wouldn't want them to watch the videos. I don't mind them like knowing about it, but they would want to watch the videos, I think, and I wouldn't want them to watch it just because I feel like it's kind of cringe. I just feel like it's cringe for your parents to watch it. I don't know. It's like your parents following you on Instagram. It's just a bit like, not that I'm doing anything like crazy or like scandalous, like I just feel like it's kind of cringy. You weigh less than 50 kilograms. I thought that was really weird that somebody assumed that, but that's not true. You have a close relationship with your parents / family. Yeah, I would say so. Me, my mum, my dad and my brother live here in London, and then all our other family lives like 3-4 hours away. So we're always just like, it's always just us. So I feel like we are really close, and like me and my brother are like best friends. So yeah, that one's true. You believe that there is the one / the love of your life / soulmates. I thought this was really interesting. I really had to think about this one. I was talking to my boyfriend about this one, and yeah, I don't think I do believe in soulmate. It's a nice idea, like in theory, like I kind of want to believe it, but I just don't. I feel like relationships and couples and all of that sort of stuff, it isn't necessarily fate or like a soulmate or whatever. Obviously I believe in like the love, having a love of your life, but not necessarily just like a soulmate or like somebody that you're meant to be with. Relationships take work and energy and effort, and it's not just like luck. I don't think. Two people can be perfectly suited, but if you don't like put effort into that relationship, then it's not gonna work. So you're very shy and introverted. I don't even know the answer. I feel like I need to ask like my friends the answer to this one. I wouldn't say that I'm shy or introverted really. I'm definitely not the most outgoing person, but I do like prefer to be in a group situation than on my own. Like, I guess I thrive in groups, so I feel like that's like an extroverted quality. Yeah, but within a group I definitely wouldn't be like the loudest person. I feel like it's just like how everybody always says like I'm like kind of quiet and shy, but with my friends or with my family, whatever, like I'm a lot more extroverted and like confident. I think it just depends who I'm with, but for the most part I'd say I'm probably more introverted, but not as much as I used to be. I feel like I was before, like, honestly, like such an introvert. Like I wouldn't want to speak to anyone or anything. I was just like so like scared, but not like that anymore really. You eat really healthy. I eat healthy food, like I do eat healthy, but I also eat junk food. I just kind of eat whatever I want, but I always make sure I have healthy meals and then just like snack on or like have dessert and stuff. Like I used to eat like perfect healthy all the time, and honestly I just don't think it makes me as happy as being healthy but eating treats as well. Like I don't know, I feel like you have to find a balance. Some people prefer to eat everything healthy, but I just feel a bit kind of bored when I do that. So you get hit on a lot. That is not true, like literally never. You're popular in high school. I feel like my school wasn't really like that. I can't really pinpoint like the popular group. I definitely wasn't super popular or like one of the most popular people at all, but I don't feel like my school was like that as much. Like I had a really good time in school. I don't think that people were like that. I don't know, maybe they were, but I wasn't super popular in school. But nobody really judged you for like your popularity, I don't think. I feel like it was like a nice environment. I was really lucky with my school. I don't feel like it mattered if you were like popular or not. Like, I don't know, the people that were popular were really nice. It's not like they were like mean, you know, mean girls, popular kids. Like they were just really nice. Like I was friends with a lot of those people. Yeah, it wasn't really like that, which I'm very grateful for. You don't have any problem spending time by yourself. I definitely thought this about myself. I guess I assumed this about myself, but when I went to uni, I guess I spent more time alone or like just by myself because I wasn't like with my family and stuff all the time. Definitely not. I much prefer to like hang out with a friend or family or something. I don't like just spending loads of time on my own. This one's another really interesting one. It says, you partially only took economics and maths because of your parents, but in reality you don't see yourself working in that area in the future. So if you don't know, I've just finished my first year at university and I study economics and maths. This could not be further from the truth. My parents are not pushy in any way, like at all. They would never influence me into taking a specific degree choice at all. Like if I said I love this subject, I want to do it, they would never even like question that. They would definitely just let me get on with it, like whatever I wanted. They would not, I don't know, they weren't really like that. They wouldn't say like, oh, that's not a good degree or whatever. Like they would let me do whatever I wanted to do. I feel like they're quite about like you being happy and like doing something that you're interested in and passionate about. No, my parents did not influence my degree choice at all. The second part says you don't see yourself working in that area in the future. I do feel like kind of yes, kind of no. I feel like my degree is probably suited to people that want to work in finance mostly, but I don't want to do that. But I do want to do a job that includes skills learned in economics and maths. So I wouldn't say that I don't want to work in that area in the future, just not like the typical job that you'd get from my degree, maybe. And then I got a couple asking, you question if econ/maths is the right degree for you. I feel like this comes across because I kind of like complain about my degree and like sometimes it being really difficult and being boring, but I just kind of want to say, so econ and math is a really difficult degree and it's really difficult for me as well. I feel like I find it really hard. There are elements that I find really interesting and I'd love to like learn about in more detail, but there are also elements that I find a bit boring or just don't care about that much. And I think that's totally normal, especially in first year when you're studying like quite a broad range of topics. Like a few weeks ago I was looking at the module choices for like third and fourth year, and there are so many in there that look really interesting to me, but just because I'm in first year and going into second year, we don't really get much choice as to what you study. So I feel like that's probably, there are things that I'm not that interested in. I don't really question if it was the right degree for me because I can't think of a single other thing I would prefer to study. The only thing that I kind of think like, oh, I could have done that is business, but honestly I really like maths and there's a lot of maths obviously in maths and in economics, so I don't regret the degree choice and I don't like question it either. It's just sometimes you have moments where you're like, oh, this is really hard and I don't care about this topic, so it's really annoying, but like I don't question that it was the right choice. I'm glad I made that choice. You're very innocent. You've never had a boyfriend. Do you have a boyfriend? We've been together for 2.5 years. I'm just gonna leave it there. You're a morning person, definitely. I love getting up and like being productive. I feel so like rubbish about myself if I'm not productive. You're awkward. Lol. I don't know, I think I'm awkward, but I'm also an overthinker, so like maybe not. I feel like I'm definitely less awkward now. I think the thing that makes you awkward is thinking that you're awkward. Like if you just go into a conversation thinking that it's going to be fine, then you don't find it that hard to be away from your boyfriend. That's a bit of shade, isn't it? I thought quite a lot about this one because I feel like, I don't know, I just thought it was like an interesting one. So me and my boyfriend live like 5 minutes apart when we're at home. When we're at uni, so I'm in Edinburgh and he's in Birmingham, so they're like quite far apart. The train journey is 4+ hours, so it is quite a long way. Assuming that I don't find it hard, I think it's a bit mean. Obviously, doing long distance is not the most, you know, fun thing all the time. It is sad sometimes and it is really difficult, but at the same time, I don't think I let it like cripple me and ruin my life, and I still feel like we have a really healthy relationship, and it isn't like the long distance is so hard that it's like not even worth continuing the relationship, if you get what I mean. I feel like if you're finding long distance so hard that, you know, you're getting more sad feelings out of it than happy feelings, then that's probably not a good relationship for you to be in. I don't know, I feel like I find it difficult, definitely, but it's still like a really healthy relationship. I don't feel like reliant on always having him there with me 24/7. I don't know, I feel like I'm quite independent. I can do stuff on my own. Obviously I miss him all the time, but like it's definitely not, I don't know, it doesn't like cripple me, if that makes sense. You enjoyed secondary school. Quite true. I'd say I enjoyed like year 11, 12, 13 the most. Before that I feel like it was alright, boring, don't have that many memories from it really, honestly. I don't know why, my memory is just a bit rubbish. I definitely enjoyed year 11, 12, 13. I just had good friends, good times. Obviously having exams is really stressful, and like GCSEs and A-levels not the best, but I just kind of like having like an exam and like a goal that you're working towards. I feel like in like year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, where you're just kind of like aimlessly learning stuff and like there's no like end point in the year, I feel like that's kind of frustrating and annoying. I kind of liked that we had the exam, and then after the exam you have all that relief. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed secondary school. I guess like growing up, like when you're like 14, I don't know, I felt that wasn't the most fun time, but definitely from 16 to 18 I definitely enjoyed school. You're tall? No, I'm like 5'4". You're not clingy. I saw this one and I was like, I don't even know. I asked my boyfriend, he said I'm not clingy, so there's the answer. You didn't make any new friends in college, like university. That's not true at all. I have loads of like great friends, so that's big fat no from me. I love that people assume like you don't have any friends. Thanks. You got all A's and A stars in your GCSEs. That one is actually true. I got 8 A stars and 2 A's. Honestly, good times. I miss that. Like, honestly, GCSEs is like so great. I honestly like loved that year. And yeah, I just remember being so happy on results day. You've never had a worst subject at school. Definitely not true. In 6th form, my worst subject was definitely chemistry, by far. That was my worst subject, definitely. No question about it. So that's not true. I feel like for GCSEs I probably would say I didn't have a worst subject, just was kind of like okay at everything. You are sporty. Not really. Me and my friend, we did GCSE PE and everyone in the class was so sporty, like we would do all these sports, and me and her could literally just not do any of them. We were the worst ones. I feel like, thing is, I'm not bad at sport. I have like some sports that I can do. I just feel like the sports that you typically do in school, or like on like a, I don't know, like the more normal mainstream sports, I'm not very good at. I'm not good at anything with a ball or anything. It's like a gameplay situation, like a match sort of thing. I'm not good at that. Which is, I know, knocks out a lot of sports. But in my life I have done diving, swimming, trampolining, gymnastics and cheer, all to like a reasonably high level, like at a club, so quite a few sports. But I wouldn't say I'm sporty. Like, it's not like you can throw any sport at me and I'll be good at it, like no way. I had 2 that said that I'd be good at singing. I'm literally awful. Like, I wish I was good at singing. You'd like to speak a second language fluently. 100%. Who wouldn't? You don't need to put in a lot of effort to get good grades. That's not true. That's definitely not true. I put in so much effort to even pass at uni. Uni is so difficult. Even at school, I feel like I put in a solid effort. I wouldn't say that I just get good grades. In fact, I don't even get good grades anymore. You're really kind. Oh, thanks. Okay, so that's all the assumptions that I'm gonna be answering today. This was really fun. I hope you like enjoyed it. Hope that if you did one that it got answered. I think I did most of the interesting ones. This was so fun. Also, I don't like this setup. I know it's kind of weird. Like, I was like, oh, I'll put a plant in it, but you were like, cute, but it's like out of the lighting and it just looks weird, but it's okay, it's there now. That plant though is really heavy, like my arms hurt from carrying that. So that was today's video. I really hope that you liked it. I don't know, I hope you learned something about me. I feel like I don't do many videos about like me, like my personality, like me as a person, so I hope that you enjoyed this. Yeah, I upload every Sunday and I'm doing extra videos because it's summer at the moment, so I'm doing like 2 videos a week sometimes. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all so much, and yeah, bye!